This is at Anti-Soulless. What would buying games look like if GameStop went under? Under where? Underground?
No.
Like the French Resistance?
No. Went under as in fucking bottomed out and closed down.
They're not going to start machine gunning people.
I think that answer is pretty easy. I think you are looking at what a lot of people are doing now, which is Amazon. Amazon Prime, where you get the discounts earlier. I think you would get a lot of people pre-ordering or ordering off of Amazon, doing eBay buying for older stuff. I think you would see a resurgence of mom and pop shops. If GameStop went under, I think you would see distributors more willing to cut deals, because this would hurt distributors as well.
Because they'd have to find different avenues for those games.
Yeah, distributors would absolutely be fucked.
They would lose.
If GameStop went under.
Think about all the GameStop stores. Yes, they can still do it to Best Buy and the big box stores, Target, Walmart, but there's a lot of GameStops.
If you go walk into a Best Buy or something like that, and you see how many copies of it, because Best Buy, if you've ever gone into a Best Buy where they don't have copies of a game on a shelf, and you ask them, hey, do you have any in the back? The answer is always no. And they don't have many copies of a game on the shelf at any given time. So it's not like Best Buy is ordering a ton of copies. It's not like Target's ordering a ton of copies like GameStop does, where they just have a bunch of them in drawers or in the back. So if GameStop went under, these distributors are only selling minimal copies to the other chains. So they would have to suddenly become far more amicable with their independent resellers. So you would probably see a rise in independent game shops, but I think you would also see a much larger number of mail order sales.
From where you think? From like places like PlayAsia?
No, I think Amazon would become
just
one
direct.
I think Amazon would become one of the bigger direct.
They're getting there though already.
They are, but I think they would also place a much larger focus on making sure you got that game on release date.
Okay.
And I also think, based on top of that, you would see street date become looser, so that Amazon could send things out maybe a day earlier to account for delays, so that everyone got things on street date, but if they got them before, oh well.
Looser like that stanky leg stool?
Like that stanky leg stool.
When you say there'd be a rise in independent game shops, you're talking about shops that would be catering more towards just new games?
Yes.
And you think it'd be viable to get into that business? What would the margins have to look like on all the new games in order to make any sort of money on that?
They'd have to look like probably $12.
That's it?
12 to 15.
You sure? And that's all you're carrying in the store? You think you can get away with it? I'm thinking they had to be closer to 20.
No, they would have to be. No, you're right.
12 is
I've been
taxes?
drinking away the pain of today.
I was gonna say
it would have to be like 20.
Yeah,
it'd have to be like 20.
But would the distributor be able to make that deal? I think I still wouldn't think there'd be enough leverage, because like I said, if GameStop went out of business tomorrow.
Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at it a different way. Okay. If GameStop went out of business tomorrow,
and there was a slight void, people would just go to the retail, GameStop, Target, and Walmart.
The retail market wouldn't have a chance to adjust. They would probably try to, in that void, shift to Best Buy, Target, etc.
Yeah.
But what I think we'd end up seeing, you're right, maybe not independent game stores. What might happen is, because it could pop up quicker, is we might end up seeing some sort of universal Steam-like service for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, etc. We might see it switch over to a PC-like structure. I think either of those are potential options.
You're talking a unified store that would sell to you on all platforms at the same time?
Yeah, and just give you a PS4, Xbox One, Switch option.
Well, that means
not for every game. I'm not saying every game would be universal, but
this infrastructure that would have to replace the PlayStation Store and the Microsoft Store and the virtual shop and everything like that.
Well, okay, you would see more digital.
Okay.
You'd see a heavier focus on digital and maybe even a drop in price.
Well, Amazon's selling digital too. They're doing both.
Yeah.
That 20% off is both for physical and digital. It's the same exact price.
I still think Amazon would probably become the go-to.
All what Amazon has to do, the 20% off is and I know Best Buy has their sale too, but the 20% off is making me look at buying games that's a big discount for a brand new game.
And it makes me look at purchasing a game through Amazon that maybe I wouldn't necessarily purchase outright.
Yeah, you're getting.
I'll take a risk maybe.
You're getting $12 off, and you're going to get it like in a day, and you have the first week or two to decide. That's a big competitive advantage that GameStop can't match, for example. Now, in terms of bundles, I think Amazon still has to do those bundle packages or those buy it at GameStop, pre-order it, and you unlock the shotgun that blows someone's face off. Power to the players. Like Amazon will probably, like for example, when LA Noir came out, there was a Target pre-order special. Sure. There was a fucking Walmart one that got you different missions. There was a GameStop one, and there could have been a Toys R Us one.
I've noticed that's
died off.
That's died off because
I was pissed about that. I wanted every mission in LA Noir, and I still haven't played them all back then.
I have to piss like Clydesdale.
Does that mean we're gonna end this topic early?
Yeah. This I think we've said what we can about this topic.
So okay,
but like a Budweiser horse.
Go piss.
I gotta go.
Go piss, Ian.